It's the beginning of grilling season here in Madison, Wisconsin, and we're back with Mitch. You may remember him from another M2O TV video about organizing your garage. Welcome back, Mitch.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Okay.
I love spring.
I know, and I love grilling season. And grilling season means it's time to clean off your grill. So I know you've got some great tips on cleaning your grill. Can you share them with us?
So we usually clean the grill a couple times a year. We find that the way to keep it the cleanest is to cover it with a grill cover. So after every use, after it cools down, we throw the grill cover on, protects it from the elements. And then once or twice a year, we give it a good cleaning on the outside. We usually just use some stainless steel cleaner, paper towels, wipe it down. It seems to do a really good job with the stainless steel grill. The other thing that you do after every time that you use it is you go ahead and you scrape it. And there's different kinds of scrapers you can use. There's this type of scraper, which is metal, and you just scrape it back and forth. We usually put a little olive oil or some other type of vegetable oil on it to keep the grill nice and keep things from sticking to it. And then once a year we do a deep clean where we take all the components out of the inside, clean everything off really well.
And you have a grease trap, right? How often do you clean that?
The grease trap we probably clean out every 2 or 3 times. You just pull it out and it pulls all the way out, and then you clean it and then you just stick it right back in. It's great.
All right, Mitch, when deciding where to put your grill, I'm sure there's like a few considerations that you should keep in mind. What are those?
I like to have mine outside under the open air. If you have something hanging over, if it's at least 6 feet up, you're probably fine. Probably wouldn't want anything lower than that just for potential flames coming out of the back or when you open this up. You want to be at least 6 feet from the house. You don't want to be too close to the house. And then you also want to make sure that you're protecting your face and hands. So when you're lifting this up, make sure you're leaning back. And most of the time you're going to want to have some type of glove on. We use these gloves, which are welding gloves. They can sustain temperatures up to 700 degrees. And that way, when you're reaching in for something, your whole arm, hand, forearm gets protected. Also, if there is a fire that you can't put out just by closing the top, we always like to keep a fire extinguisher nearby just in case.
Yeah, safety first. This is the drawer that Mitch and his family use to hold their grilling supplies. It's perfect because of its long size and because it is right next to the door that leads out to the grill. And here we find Mitch.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, Mitch. Hey, can you tell us a little bit about like other ways that you store your grilling supplies?
Sure. This, my handy thermopin, is magnetic, and that goes right on our oven. And that's used all around the kitchen. We love this thing. It works well on the grill, works well for stuff in the kitchen. The other thing we have is we actually have this so that we don't have to keep any of the charcoal inside or in our porch at all. So this has our charcoal for the green egg. It has our different pieces of hickory, apple, cherry, whatever you want to have for the smoke. And you can see the wood in here. This is a nice big one, so it will fit those big containers of bark, or kind of the bark brisket. This is our flame boss, and we've actually, just to be a little bit more organized, we have these in these particular circular thermalworks, and what it does is it helps keep control of all the cords, especially the cords that do the temperature, because a lot of times these can kink, and so it's really nice to keep them in here. It keeps them from kinking and keeps everything straight. We keep this, which helps empty out the coals out of the bottom of the green egg. We have our lighters, we have our strike-a-fire in case we need those, and our handy dandy gloves if we need to pick up and move the charcoal at all. So we keep all this handy, and so anytime we need it, we just know we're right where it is.
And is this a waterproof tote?
This is a waterproof tote, and it has a lock on it if you want it, but it fastens shut, and they have a seal right here that keeps it waterproof. Really nice. Just got it at Home Depot. Husky brand, but this has been great. Easy to get around. You just lift this up and it's got wheels, so you can wheel it around, and nice and handy.
I love it. And this is just proof that organizing does not need to be perfection. It doesn't need to look pretty. You don't need to have it labeled. You really just need to make it so it's something that works for you. Okay, I can tell you firsthand that having a big green egg is amazing, especially during Thanksgiving. It makes the juiciest and most delicious turkeys. So Mitch, what kind of amazing tips do you have for people who are using the big green egg?
Plan ahead.
Oh, okay.
Because you need to get your fire going probably an hour or so before you're going to start your cooking, because you want a nice even temperature. Some other tips are you want to use a starter, the Strike-a-Fire. So this helps me start the big green egg, or sometimes I'll just put the charcoal into here and start it this way also. They both work fantastic, getting that fire started. Right before you're getting ready to do your grilling or your smoking, you throw on the wood, and then you get your smoke flavor in there. You can cook hamburgers, steaks, you can smoke things overnight, a pork butt, ribs, whatever you want.
Yummy.
One of the other secrets that we have, and this is something a buddy told me, but using apple cider vinegar, half that and half water, and putting it underneath the grill grate, sitting on top of the deflector. And this will keep the moist meat, or keep the meat moist, especially when you're doing a long-term smoking project. One of the other things I think that really takes the pressure off being perfect with the temperature and trying to keep your temperature at exactly the right degrees is a flame boss. A flame boss, the way that works is you hook on a fan that hooks on down here, and it controls the amount of air going in. And then this up here, you just put your air control up there and just put it at small, and you can set the temperature, you can set the time, you can see this from far away, such as the grocery store, wherever you want to go, because as we all know, smoking can take about 8-12 hours sometimes, and so it's nice to have your eye on the meat just in case something goes wrong while you're not sitting right next to it.
And is that also with the thermometer? I know that you have something cool going on with it. Yeah.
The Flame Boss keeps track of the temperature inside the grill, the temperature of the meat, and we'll control that on an app.
That is so cool. And as you can see, the storm is rolling in, so we've got to go. But Mitch, thank you so much for being here on M2O TV. We can't wait to see you on M2O TV and you next time.
All right, bye-bye.
Here at Mission to Organize, we're not just known for our award-winning YouTube channel. We also feature monthly vlogs on our website and mind-blowing hacks on our Instagram and TikTok accounts. From home organizing to move management and more, M2O has your back. We'll see you next time right here on M2O TV. Bye!